and that was filmed using the DJI Mini 3 Pro, Air 3S, Avata 2 and Sony ZV-E10, and I later graded using Dehancer. Dehancer kindly reached out to me and asked me to give my honest opinion on their plugin. So in this video I'm going to go over where Dehancer excels, where it falls short, who it is for, and whether or not it's going to benefit your color grading process. When I first started using Dehancer, I was pleasantly surprised as I got a color grade that I liked using the Dehancer-like format. As a beginner, I always struggled with the Dehancer-like format because unlike S-Log3 or D-Log or D-Log-M, there wasn't a color space transform node that I could put into my node tree and get a good starting point. However, Dehancer has a source interpreter for Dehancer-like, which gives me a great starting point to where I can start to build my node tree and get a consistent and good look, as you've seen in this video. Dehancer is a film emulation plugin that features over 60 photographic and film looks for us to choose from. It has been specifically created for creators who are looking to take away the harsh, overprocessed digital looks that our cameras feature today and create films that look like they've been shot on film cameras. This works for all creators regardless of experience. However, if you're new to color grading, please expect that there's going to be a learning curve. Dehancer performs exceptionally well when it comes to emulating the film look. You can tell a lot of time and effort have gone into making this possible. What I like about Dehancer is that it acts as a source interpreter, also a color space transform node, and allows you to convert formats like S-Log3, D-Log, and Dehancer-like to a good Rec. 709 starting point, and then after that you can color grade. However, my preferred workflow is to use a color space transform sandwich where I convert formats like S-Log3, D-Log-M to DaVinci Wide Gamut, and then I color grade in the middle, and I finally convert it to Rec. 709. This is only because DaVinci Wide Gamut is a larger color space, giving us maximum flexibility to create the looks that we want. I also like that Dehancer has a large variety of options that relate to the film development process and also imperfections that are associated with film cameras such as halation, bloom, grain, and we've got a lot of granular control over these details, allowing us to create the looks that we want to, which is better than just simply slapping on an effect. As I've mentioned before, most of us shoot on digital cameras and we have no clue about film cameras whatsoever and the development process that goes into developing these films. However, Dehancer has provided a good set of educational guides on their website that allow us to get up and running with ease. Where Dehancer falls short, the list of cameras that are in their vendors options needs to be updated. This is particularly seen in the DJI section, and I believe this needs to be updated because most beginner filmmakers will be confused when they do not see their camera of choice, although their color spaces are the same. Furthermore, another drawback is that Dehancer might not be for you if you're making commercial work, as naturally in these spaces you need to have clean, polished and crispy looks. Dehancer also has a plugin that works in conjunction with Adobe Creative Cloud. As you can see on the left, there are a vast variety of filmic looks to choose from. I settled on Fuji Chrome Provia 100F because I wanted to create a nostalgic feeling as the sun was setting on Hastings Beach. On the right you can see similar options to what was in DaVinci Resolve's plugin, and this is great because it makes the workflow easier for us to work with. The drawbacks that I've had using this app is that it's crashed on me several times. Also, the options that are on the right sometimes take a long time to see in the profile viewer. Aside from that, it's a relatively carefree experience, and all in all, Dehancer is a great plugin and I've had a lot of fun using it. If you like what you're seeing, please use my promo code JBoneMedia to get 10% off. I'm going to show you the results I got shooting on an iPhone 17 Pro and editing on Dehancer Lightroom. So am I actually going to be using Dehancer going forward? My goal this year is to be as present as possible in the filmmaking space, and with this in mind I want to focus on creating spec adverts as well as reviews which naturally call for a cleaner and more polished look. At the same time, I want to make short films, and this is where I see myself using Dehancer. So basically, yes, I will be using Dehancer, not as much as you may think, but you'll probably be able to tell how much Dehancer I've been using by my uploads. But to conclude, Dehancer is an amazing plugin that allows you to be creative and create looks that you actually want to, and it works better than simply just dropping a LUT. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.